Okay, today we are going to be working on transformations, Unit 2, but we're going to be working on this lesson here on reflections. Lesson and assignment, reflections. The assignment right now is September 23rd, but we're going to be working on reflections, okay? So go ahead and open that, okay? And here's a document for translations of the assignment, so make sure to open that and then make a copy of it so you can translate it. And then the next thing is this. So what we're doing today is we're doing reflections, okay? Reflections. And so in the last lesson, you already learned about reflections. So let's go ahead and take a moment to look at what we already know, reflections. What is a reflection, right? So if you want to revisit this site and review it, that's fine. But reflections, we know about reflections in mirror, glass, or even in a lake, right? Where if you got this point right here is like your mirror, right? It's dividing this between the top half and the bottom half. And this top looks like this, and they're showing you, right? So the top over here is this far away from the reflection, which is right there, and then the same distance that way, okay? So this is the very important thing to know that you need to understand. And also the reflection has the same size as the original, okay? The central line is the mirror line, okay? It's in between them. So this particular point here is this far away from that, and then that point is the same as that point, same distance away from the mirror line, okay? So can a mirror line be vertical? Another question. Yes, it can. And the mirror line here is this side. So the top of the ear here, that distance, same distance on this side, right? Or from here to here. Okay, so there you see some of them. If you want, you can come back and play with this. You can do horizontal. Remember, horizontal is mirror is flat. Vertical is straight up and down. So if you want, you can, oops. So here's a vertical one. And what you'll notice, I don't know why I can't. Okay, here we go. Let's see, I want to just, okay, I guess wherever my cursor goes, okay? So you see right now that's vertical, which is up and down, and horizontal would be like this way, right? So you notice every point is the same distance away. So this point right here, I can't do it, okay. So let's see. Again, this is good right here, okay? So if you need to review this, that's good. Now, if you have coordinate points, what you'll notice is there's a rule for it. You can change each xy into x negative y if it is in the reflection in the x-axis. Remember, the x-axis is this way, the y-axis is that way if the reflection is that way. So they give you some examples right here. X, the reflection's here, y, the reflection's vertical, okay? All right, so hopefully you have had a chance to understand that. If not, you may want to spend more time. But now I'm going to go over the first few examples in the assignment. So remember to open it in Kami. Okay, so here is the first. I'm going to do questions 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, and then 5 and 6. So I will show you how to do the first question, and then I'm going to let you try this one to see if you understand it. Okay, so what we're doing first is we're writing a rule to describe each transformation. So make sure you go to the other document to translate it if you want to. So what does that mean? Well, let's see. So remember, let me make this bigger. Remember that when we have a point like G, for example, then the change one is going to be G prime, and I can't use my pen right now. There we go. Okay, so where is that over here? Well, if you look at G prime, it's right there, right? So it goes all the way. So G is over here, and so let me do it like this. So where's G prime again? It's down there. So we basically it goes all the way down here. So what is it doing? It's where's the mirror going to be? Well, the mirror is going to be right here. It's on the opposite side of this, right? So G over here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 from here, which means G prime would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from here. So this one is that. Same with H. So what is it? How does H and H prime? Well, this one's 2 above, and this one's 2 below. This is 1 above the x coordinate. Again, this is the x axis, I should say, and this is 1. So this is going to be a reflection, and it's going to be over or in. Think about reflection in the x-axis is like, think about it over. If G was a ball and it was going over something, it would go over this line here to that point there. So that means it's in the x-axis, okay? So that would be D, reflection across. They're using the word across. Like if that's a street, you know, G is a ball and we throw it over here, it gets to there, we're throwing it across the x-axis, okay? So I want you to try, let me make this a little bit smaller. I want you to try number 2. If you want to pause the video, try number 2 and tell me what you think it is. Okay, so number 2, so what's happening? Well, we can take any point. So we have L, then L prime would be over here. So if you draw a dashed line, it would go, what is it crossing? It's crossing the y-axis, right? It's crossing across. So make sure you look up that word. But that point is to get to the prime, L prime, you're crossing the y-axis, okay? So reflection across the y-axis, okay? So that's what we've got. Okay, so that's how you do those kind of problems. Now we're going to look at what would the coordinates be when you have something that is a reflection, okay? Well, we're looking here, it tells us it's a reflection across the x-axis, so it's going to be across this, okay? So what we do is we pick any point. So let's pick U, right? So where is U right now? Well, it's 1 away from here, so that means U prime is going to be 1 above. Okay, so that's U prime. Where's T? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, so that means it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's T prime. And then V is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we go straight across the x-axis. So the reflection would be like this, okay? That's what it would look like. But it's asking us for what the coordinates of the vertices of each figure is. So the coordinates are going to be x, y, right? So let's take U. What is U? U is going to be, this one right here is the starting, right? So that's good. Here's the origin. So it's going to be 1 over and 1 down. So U is equal to 1 this way and 1 down would be 1, -1, right? So it's right there. There's U. U prime is right here, so it's 1 over and 1 up. So U prime is going to be 1 over and 1 up, which would be like that. Okay, so for U prime, we're looking for this. So where's U prime? No, maybe. Well, this one, so B and C both is correct for U. Okay, so that's okay. For U prime, it's this one, I should say. So that's no. So basically, A and D are gone. So we're going to have to do another point, right? Well, let's pick T. So T, maybe make this bigger. Oops, maybe that's not a good idea. I wish I could do a full screen. Let me do a full screen. There we go. Okay, so what's T? Well, T right here is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So T is going to be 4, -5. That's the coordinate point. So what's T prime? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see these are the same. These are the same, but these are positive, negative. So T prime is 4, 5. So let's look at this one. So B, yes. Here, ooh, close. It's 5, 4, but it should be 4, 5. So the X should be 4 and the Y should be 5. So this is wrong, and the answer is B. So now I want you to try this one. So pause the video, come back, and then I will show you the solution. Okay, so this one here is going to be a reflection across the y-axis. So this is the y, okay? So it's going to have to be over here. So I'm going to take G. So this is 1, 2 across here. So G prime should be there. And what is that? That's 1, 2. So G prime, let me do like this. So G, this one here is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So this is -2, 3. But we want G prime. That's this point right here. So that's going to be 2, -3. 2, -3. So that's going to be for G, 2, -3. Nope. 2, -3. Nope. 2, -3. So that's this one. So that means D is the correct answer for that. Okay? Okay, so 5 and 6, we're going to be graphing the image. We kind of already did it, but I'll go ahead and do 5. So if you want to try 5, you can pause the video. So this one says it's across the y-axis. Well, that's this one right here, right? So that means we need all these points to go across this way. So J is what? 1, 2, 3 this way. So J prime, 1, 2, 3. J prime. Where's K? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. K prime. I, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. L, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, L prime. So this is the way it should look, okay? So now here in this kind of question, we have 4 choices. So it's going to be over here. So this is definitely no. This one's over there too. No. Well, this is pretty easy, right? So this one right here, it's a little bit below the x-axis over here. So this is very easy. It's the same place. So D is the correct answer, okay? So let's do one more of these. If you want to pause the video and try number 6, you can then come back and I'll show you the solution. Okay, this is reflection across the x-axis. Okay, so that means it's going to reflect across here. This one's a little bit tricky. Look at J. J is on the x-axis, so that means J is 0 away from that line. So J prime is going to be 0 away from that line too. It's going to be in the same place actually. Same with K. So K is over here, K prime. Now I is going to be different. It's 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be I prime. So it's going to be like this. So it's a little bit tricky, right? So that's the way that one looks right here. So we're looking for something above this line like that. So that is this one right here, okay? All right, guys, so that's how you did this assignment. So there's going to be 18 questions, the same type of questions. And at the bottom, there's going to be a review of the questions we did yesterday, like number 19. Well, now these are review, right? Review questions. And they're transformations, not reflections, but transformations. So we're reviewing the last 3 questions, okay? So that's how you do today's assignment. And then make sure you put it back in Canvas, your answer.